And this week, I want to talk to you about why do you need a property manager? And when you purchased a deal, did you feel that fear when you were at the closing table, the realtor left, the mortgage lender left, the title agency was done, and you had no extra support? And this may be your first deal or maybe your 50th deal that you're still trying to self-manage inside of your rental portfolio. So how are you going to protect your property and keep the cash flow moving forward when you're physically not there to manage it at all days and hours? Many investors start out, they purchase their first rental and they're not really thinking about the hourly labor that's going to have to, or the labor that's going to have to be involved with this passive investment. And a lot of times they think, okay, get it renovated, put it on market, find a tenant, we're good. So number one, let's just talk about proactive management. That's just the small handyman stuff, so that way big expenses don't come up, along with handling those small questions and being aware of questions from applicants that are red flags. A lot of this takes time in the industry, and if this is your first time buying a rental property, you're not gonna always know every single red flag that comes up from a tenant, an applicant, or even a vendor. So when you're hiring a property manager, you're hopefully paying for the service of experience, expertise, and most importantly, your time back. Speaking of expertise, the legal side of things. So although most property managers are not licensed attorneys, they are licensed realtors. Check with your local state to see if your property manager has to hold a real estate license. In the state of Tennessee, we do. That is why we are a full brokerage. So when it comes to legal advice, you're gonna want to know personally before getting involved with tenants how to legally screen and choose an application to be approved to become a tenant, what should be on that lease and what should not be on that lease. And when you finally get that tenant chosen and they move into the house, and sometimes they're not happy and they start going onto their portal and submitting maintenance requests, which ones do you legally have to handle and which ones is it more of a customer relationship type ordeal that you're just trying to balance? And that's just a fancy way of saying some tenants are very picky and you will have to draw a line in the sand because you will lose all of your cash flow if you simply say yes to everything they request. And then finally, just the financial side of the property. Are you going to bookkeep every month and make sure you're recording all of the expenses down to the maintenance call and up to the utilities that you may cover as a landlord? So that being said, are you also going to be the person chasing after rent when it is late and holding people accountable to that lease when it comes to late fees and even termination of lease documents, putting on the front door and all the ugliness that no one wants to talk about in property management? You will not escape it in the next 30 years that you're trying to own this rental property. And it's either going to be you or somebody you hire that will take charge and handle these types of activities to make sure that your cash flow is protected, because that is number one what a property manager should be bringing to the table. Cash flow for you. Their expense should be offset by the value they bring in cost of handymen because they have special connections, professional, even when it comes down to the rent rate, they oftentimes can get more for the property than the actual landlord. A lot of times I've taken over portfolios and actually have doubled, if not tripled, one of my landlord's cash flow down in Seymour just recently over the last year. I mean, you're talking one bedrooms that were previously rented for $400 that are now, $1,000, $1,100. I'd have to check the exact rent roll, but we've basically created our cost to be free to that landlord because of the service we've provided and the cash flow we have gained for that landlord. Ultimately, a great property manager is your partner in risk mitigation. So they should be having you avoid the pitfalls, the potholes, whatever is coming up in the road. So that way the experience is more passive and honestly more predictable and protects you from major losses in cash flow, whether it be huge costs in handyman services or huge vacancy rates. Ultimately, a great property manager is your partner in risk mitigation. We are the shield from all the chaos in being a landlord. And as much as you probably hear from relatives and family telling you not to get involved in real estate in the first place because it will take away your time and burn you emotionally, it is completely incorrect when you partner with the right property manager. Again, I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee, Stonebrook Properties. We are a full-service, white glove property management company that honestly doesn't charge our customers enough, because right now I'm trying to grow and show how much our service is undervalued by offering great deals for landlords in our community. We are right around 220 units, and honestly, I'm excited for the next couple years because I'm trying to offer world-class property management services at a discounted rate, so that way we can absorb the market of Knoxville and just absolutely crush it. Comment down below if you think a property manager is a necessity or just honestly a perk when penciling a deal. Rent is due. It is like September 29th, so you will owe me a late fee in about a week if you don't pay. See you next time. Boom.